Dobry den and welcome to Prague to start a big final day of action here in Group D at EuroBasket 2022. Finland want to build steam ahead of the last 16, while the Netherlands want a winning send-off in Worthy de Jong's last game. Significant motivation here at the O2 Arena. Yes, Finland might already be through to the knockout bracket in Berlin, but a win in this one could be crucial to avoiding Giannis and Greece in the next stage. I'm Tim Long, a pleasure to be with you alongside FIBA analyst Josh Davies for the final day of group action at the 41st edition of basketball's European Championships. Still so much to be decided over the last 3 games here. We've talked already about the significance of this one for both nations. After this, a huge winner takes the final ticket matchup between the hosts Czech Republic and Israel. And we finish in Prague with top spot on the line as Poland try to take down unbeaten Serbia. Serbia, Poland and Finland already through to the next round, but we have to find out in what order. And it's the Czechs or Israel for the last spot. The Netherlands unable to make it. And Josh, great to have so much still to play for on this final day. Finland strong favourites for this one, but don't write off the Netherlands. They've been competitive in all 4 defeats, and they will be desperate to give Worthy de Jong that winning send-off.
We talked about the fact that Coach Buscaglia, they just want to win a game while they're here, right? They came here to compete, they came here to win. The last 3 losses, all single-digit losses to very good teams. So, they can definitely put points on the board. Obviously it's going to be a little bit tougher today with no Yannick Franke and no Matt Harms in the lineup, a couple of injuries there. But Worthy de Jong, potentially his final game here in a Dutch uniform on the 5-on-5 level, definitely want to get him a winning send-off.
They came back to get within 5 of Serbia in the 3rd quarter in their first game as well. Pushed Israel all the way, losing by 7, having led for over 28 minutes. They closed a 23-point halftime gap to only 3 before losing by 8 to Czech Republic. And then on Tuesday in the last game led for 24.5 minutes and by as many as 13 before losing by just 6 to Poland.
Yeah, they need a full 40-minute performance against a very tough Finland side with a lot of momentum. Obviously, Finland, a huge win the other night against the Czech Republic, 98-88, which saw Markkanen go for a 34-point, 10-rebound double-double. Will he perform like that again today? We shall see. Sasu Salin, the other star of that game, knocking down 5 huge 3-pointers at such clutch moments. And Finland already having qualified for the next round, a lot to play for, like you mentioned. Seeding at this point, the thing that they're most concerned about.
Yeah, of course, Serbia strong favourites against Israel, or in that last game against Poland, rather. And if Serbia do win that one, then a win here for Finland would see them avoid Greece and that big matchup with Giannis in the next round. The 2 sets of players introduced. Let's pause now for the 2 national anthems.
Please remain standing for the playing of national anthem of Finland. Thank you.
Toivo's Finland superbly supported here in Prague. They rank third in the competition in three-point accuracy, second in threes made per game. The problem has been turnovers, only Croatia committing more than Finland's 15.3 a game. And as for the Dutch, led by Maurizio Buscaglia, well, they've shot the ball well, including a tournament sixth best 37.7%, I beg your pardon, on the perimeter. But they've been the worst rebounding team in the competition, and by far the worst offensive rebounding team, just 5.5 a game. Much focus on Worthy de Jong on his final game in 5-on-5 action. And of course, as ever, the spotlight on Lauri Markkanen.
Well, Worthy de Jong coming in, averaging 15.3 points per game on 43% three-point shooting. And Charlene Kloof obviously had a great game the other night. Kind of a surprising one, had 20 points in the first half of that game against Poland. Wasn't able to kind of keep it going in the second half, but they're going to need that backcourt to really be electrifying. Of course, to try to kind of combat the scoring power of Markkanen and Celine as you check out the referees for tonight's matchup.
The officials from Turkey, Bulgaria and Lithuania for this first of 3 matches on the final game day in Prague in Group D. And we'll take a check now on the starting fives for both teams. For the Netherlands, the young point guard Van der Burst de Vries, de Jong on his big send-off, Karazi, a defensive specialist, Kok gets the start in the front line as well, and Charlene Kloof, who finally found his best form in a big way, as you say, in that last game. But tonight, or this afternoon, it's about this man, Worthy de Jong.
And you saw 2 blank spots there on the bench because they're only going to have 10 players on the roster, so probably more minutes for de Jong. You see, again, his scoring average throughout the tournament, shooting very efficient from 2 and from 3. And the ZZ Leiden guard will have to just be very aggressive. I think a couple times in the first few games, you know, wasn't necessarily looking for a shot. Not that he doesn't force anything, really. Takes a lot of open shots, but he might need to force the issue a little bit for Coach Maurizio Buscaglia.
The Italian on the Dutch bench, overseeing their final game here in Prague. They haven't yet got the win that they so desperately want. And take on this starting 5 of Finland: Sean Huff, the veteran; Sashu Salin, the sharpshooter; Mikael Jantunen; Edon Matsuni, the young point guard; and of course, Lauri Markkanen, the one standout star, when he's right up there with the likes of Giannis, Jokic, and Doncic at this tournament.
I mean, right now, Markkanen, 25.5 points per game. You see the 3rd player of the century to have multiple 30-point, 10-rebound double-doubles in a single EuroBasket. He is getting the job done. There's no question about it. He's drawing fouls. He's knocking down 92% of his free throws, 36% from 3, giving you 8.5 rebounds. He's 5th in efficiency, 27 efficiency points per game, and of course 4th in scoring. So a lot on the table here for Lassi Toivo to play with.
Yeah, only Dirk Nowitzki and Pau Gasol have had more games hitting those marks over the last 25 years in EuroBasket. Lauri Markkanen now looking to become the first player in that last quarter of a century to do it in 3 games, 30 plus points, 10 plus rebounds. The Dutch might have lost their last 8 games at EuroBasket. It's their 2nd worst ever run, their worst in 45 years, but we mentioned how competitive they are. Despite losing all of them, 10 of their last 11 in this competition decided by 8 points or fewer. The mighty Serbia, the only exception. So Finland and Lassi Toivo know they will have their work cut out for them here this afternoon.
Well, you see that stat for Finland, the 2nd team since 1999 with multiple 15 three-pointer made in a single EuroBasket. This team comes in shooting 40% from 3 on a number of attempts, so they can definitely light it up. And then you mentioned Netherlands. I mean, at the end of the 3rd quarter of every game, it's like they're right there, but it's that 4th quarter execution, the concentration, almost like the confidence seems to kind of fade away. Poland outscoring them 27-14 in that 4th quarter of the game, despite the fact the Netherlands had a double-digit lead. Against Israel, they were outscored by 8 after taking the 1-point lead into the 4th. So, again, they're right there. They have the talent. They just need to finish it all the way through.
And we certainly don't want to be disrespectful to the likes of Italy, Ukraine, and Croatia, but any matchup in the last 16 likely to be tough. I think it's safe to say the world would understand Finland wanting to avoid Giannis Antetokounmpo and Greece. And that's what would happen with a win here, combined with a Serbia win over Poland tonight. That's the big motivation for them this afternoon, for Worthy de Jong. And it's about going out with his head held high, aiming to get a first win to celebrate at this tournament, and trying to do so in his last game in 5-on-5 competition before he prepares for 3-on-3 action at Paris 2024. For now, the retirement party can wait for Worthy de Jong. The last 16 can wait for Finland. This is all about one more win here in Prague. Myself, Tim Long, alongside FIBA analyst Josh Davis to talk you through the action. We're underway. Worthy de Jong lost it, recovered by his teammate Karazi. De Jong threatens the long three. Inside to Karazi. Nice play from de Jong, but Karazi that time can't help him out. Finland's first possession. Sasu Salin, their best sniper at this tournament and for a number of years. Gets it back, he's going to pull the trigger on an early three-point attempt. Karazi the rebound.
Oh, good pass, but a little bit too far ahead.
De Jong just running out of room after the miss from Salin, who hit 5 threes on Tuesday against the Czech Republic. 23 points and 4 steals. He's shooting 52% from three-point range in the tournament. Now you see the two teams both shooting well. In fact, 5 of the 6 most accurate three-point shooting teams in the whole of EuroBasket are here in Prague. Nice play on the interior, but a miss from Maksuni. On the verse, the breeze. Karazi on the trail, kicking it back out, but getting back and plucking it out to the passing lane. Maksuni down the floor, Markkanen to the corner. Sally, Markkanen, his first shot, long range two, drills it over the top of Kopp.
Well, Finland always makes it an emphasis to get Lauri Markkanen early touches in the game, and it feels like he always hits his first little mid-range jumper to get things going.
Luka Doncic, the only other player with 2 30-plus point scoring games at this EuroBasket. Markkanen had 34 points, 10 rebounds on Tuesday. Shot clock down to the final 3 here for the Dutch. It's the 20-year-old point guard at the buzzer, long from Van der Vries de Vries, but an offensive rebound and a simple score on his final game for Worthy de Jong.
Again, Markkanen 33, 17, 18, and 34. His point totals across the first 4 games. You see Sean Huff knocks down the 3.
The 38-year-old veteran. Finland's first 3. You know they usually make plenty.
He had struggled a little bit in his first 3 games, but came alive a little bit in the game against the Czech Republic.
Shalom Klug looking to show his athleticism into the paint. Poked away though by Maksuni. Markkanen in transition. Looking to take it right to the basket. Contested by Kopp, but found a way out the window.
Markkanen so versatile, very, very skilled in the open floor. You see him there getting all the way to the basket, takes a bump and finishes. Another turnover.
Markkanen doing it on defense as well. Really tough start for the Dutch here. Sasu Salin from the corner. He's missed 2. Unlike him, but they get the offensive rebound. Huff, he's hit 2. Sean Huff, 2 threes in the opening 3 and a bit minutes.
Well, Huff, who had not hit a single three-pointer in the first 4 games, comes out, knocks 2 in a minute here against the Dutch. Again, he's given the room to shoot. Probably on the scouting report said that you don't need to really close out too hard on him. Well, he's making them pay for it.
You know all about Finland's firepower from deep. Sean Huff, their secret weapon.
Everyone involved soon. And guys, yes, listen. They switch. It's okay, they switch. We go like this. Remember, we have 2 choices. Keep the dribble. High, low, or ball, and ball pass by. Boomerang pass, but it's pressing. Okay, only one. If they switch on the side, okay, we're waiting for the second one. But they switch soon. So spread the floor and I'll. It's okay, come on, go.
Quite incredible, Josh. We have the three-point shooters we have on display here in Prague. There's 4 groups, 24 talented teams. We have the top 4 most accurate three-point shooting teams here in Prague, and Netherlands 6th.
Yeah, the air in Prague definitely very conducive to outside shooting. And this Finland team, though, averaging over 13.5 three-pointers per game made. As you see, Lauri's stats, already a hot start for him. And they're shooting just under 40% from beyond the arc. So this Finland team is so dangerous no matter who they play against.
The Czechs, the Serbs, and Finland all around that 40% mark. Israel 38%, the Dutch 38% just under. Finland up by 8 here. Charlon Kloof off the back of his 26-point game 2 days ago. Hamming hasn't played a great deal. He's a good three-point shooter himself. Plenty of contact and a turnover against Yuto Koch.
So Koch trying to drop step baseline on the spin move. We'll see here, working for the position. A little bump, and it seemed like it did go off Jan Tunen's foot. So Koch's arguing truthful.
That's 5 turnovers in 3.5 minutes for the Netherlands. 0 so far for Finland. Sasu Salin, Finn fans making plenty of noise. From cue, there's their first turnover. Shane Hamming. And it goes from Olof Schaftenar. Koch off to Kloof. Kloof fizzes it back into Koch, gets basket side of Markkanen, and found the way to finish despite the help defense of Sean Huff as well.
Yeah, great feed from Kloof and great patience from Koch inside, avoiding the block from Markkanen.
Huff to Sally. Surely he's not going to miss 3 in a row. He is. Huff with the offensive rebound, though. That's really hurting the Dutch right now. Lauri Markkanen for 3. He is just right on the mark, time and time again here in Prague.
Well, that time, Markkanen popping out to the three-point line after setting the screen, and Maksuni picks up the assist, an easy assist for him.
Leon Williams, the veteran point guard, into the game for Van der Vries, who'd started. Koch taking it past Markkanen and finishing the game.
Koch, now the offensive weapon the Dutch might have to turn to, goes right at Markkanen. Haven't seen that all week, but a nice finish.
He stepped up against Israel in game 2 with 8 efficient points and a bit of everything else, but pretty quiet in the other 3 games. Markkanen misses his first miss of the game.
And the Dutch still unable to secure the defensive rebound, committing a foul here. So Finland will retain possession. As you see, Koch with the screen and handoff and roll, and then just a little bit of footwork as Markkanen, top of the key 3.
2 twos and a 3 so far for Markkanen, and the offensive rebound off the miss. 3 offensive rebounds for Finland already. Huff gets free off the inbound pass and hits again. Sean Huff with 8 points in the opening 5 and a bit minutes.
Again, he was 31% from the field, just 5 of 16 coming into the game. 3 of 3, like you said, in the first 5+ minutes.
The 38-year-old rolling back the years. Schaftenar. Now a chance for a double-digit lead for Finland.
Valentunen on the floor, number 19 for Finland, the 3rd leading scorer on this team, comes off the bench. It's Huff!
Feeling it, long rebound again. Maksuni from the strike, double-digit lead for Finland. And the Dutch getting punished for not protecting their own backboard once more.
And Maksuni, who plays his professional basketball in the Netherlands, actually facing off against a couple of his Heroes and Bosch teammates here today.
Netherlands down 11. Williams to Schaftenar, long range 2, fading back for him. Got it. Olof Schaftenar's not played a great deal. The younger brother of Roland Schaftenar, who's also on the team. Maksuni, the 24-year-old point guard. He's going to pull the trigger on the perimeter. They're all capable of hitting. And they've got 4 threes already.
Well, I like Maksuni's game a lot. Obviously, he's the point guard. The floor general tends to set up his teammates, but he can definitely knock down the outside shot. 5 quick points for him.
Koch looking to bundle his way to the basket again. Fouled, he'll go to the line for 2. The first free throws of this game for either team.
Here's Koch again, seems to be in attack mode this afternoon. Taking it upon himself as you see Maxuni. Hammock leaves him wide open, and he'll gladly pull up and knock down the three.
We've seen an unlikely source of offense for both teams so far. Sean up with 8 points for Finland. And Yito Kot with a chance to move to 6 from the stripe.
See number 11, Koponen on the floor for Finland. Playing limited minutes, but very efficient when he's on the floor. 57% from the field, 55% from three.
Petteri Koponen, the star of the 2014 World Cup campaign for Finland, a historic campaign for them in Spain, their first ever World Cup, but they're going to go to their second next summer in Japan, Philippines and Indonesia. And first European team to qualify. Here is Koponen, the veteran. Won't take long to fire a three. In off the bench and in with a bang.
Yeah, again, a lot of confidence in that player's shooting ability. And Petteri Koponen just adds to the three-point tally. That's 5 already in his first quarter.
50%. Williams. Schaftenal short on the hook. Rebound grabbed by Madsen. Finland up by 14 already, looking to stretch it here. Koponen. Tip but recovered, plenty of time left on the shot clock. Madsen. Koponen throws it back. They will keep on shooting. This time they miss. Offensive rebound again though. Koponen locked and loaded in the corner. Can't hit the target. And Hammock just about grabs the loose ball.
They've already gotten a number of offensive rebounds, 5 here in this first 8 minutes. So the Dutch need to do a much better job rebounding. They come in struggling in that stat, just 26 rebounds per game for the Dutch. Seems like Jokic gets that by himself.
And the worst offensive rebounding team as well, 5.5 a game. By a distance the worst already have. Got 1 offensive rebound for 1 of their scores here, but Finland 9 of 17 from the field, and on 8 of those misses, 5 times they've grabbed the offensive rebound.
There's one by De Jong to Schaftenal miss.
De Jong attacking straight to the basket, gets his second score.
Yeah, nice lefty finish attacking Markkanen, who's obviously a very good shot blocker, but able to get to the other side to protect himself from the block.
Sepala. Markkanen for 3. Wasn't going to stay on the bench for too long.
Well, we've said it numerous times, Markkanen on the mark again.
Double digits in the first half for Lauri Markkanen. In 5 minutes. De Jong up against Markkanen. Back out it goes to Schaftenal into the low post now. And a job for ruling Schaftenal against Markkanen, after receiving it from his brother, but a miss. And Finn's looking to force the issue. Whip pass to the corner, deflected out of bounds.
So already a 15-point deficit for the Dutch. As you see Markkanen on the down screen from Madsen, spots up, knocks down yet another 3.
Markkanen 4 of 5 from the field. 2 of 3 on the outside. Hammock can only save it back to Markkanen. It seems like every time the Finns make a mistake, they get a second opportunity. Markkanen in the post this time. Swivels to the baseline, pushes, rolls around and misses, and then saved on the baseline neatly by ruling Schaftenal. Van der Verst de Vries wants it. He's stuck to so tightly though. 3-point shot worthy De Jong. Rims out. Rebound Madsen.
Madsen another one of those guys who can get the rebound and push the tempo, but they'll hold it out for the last shot of the first quarter.
Lauri Sepala, who's averaged 4 assists with just half a turnover in 15.5 minutes. Over the middle 2 games, only played 4 minutes though on Tuesday. 8.3 to play in the first, and that was only the second foul on the Dutch.
This first quarter has flown by. Only 4 total fouls.
So still 2 more to give for the Netherlands. Markkanen fouling him might be the only way to stop him. Madsen with a miss. And heaved up from near full court. Tickles the twine, but the wrong side of the rim. And that will do it for a very difficult first quarter for the Dutch, who've been so close against all of their opponents here in Prague. But Finland, at the moment, on fire. 26-11, the lead at the end of one.
Well, the Dutch have been one of the, better three-point shooting teams, but yet to knock one down from beyond the arc in this one. On the other side, Finland knocking down 6 threes, and obviously that's going to contribute to a significant deficit. Check out the highlights of that first quarter. 7 assists on the 10 made baskets for Finland as well. And they just enjoy playing together. We've seen it over and over again. They are a unit. They don't really argue as a team. They don't, talk back to the coach. There's a very nice positive vibe, and it goes back, right before the EuroBasket started, literally the night before their best player got traded, right? That's a significant thing to deal with, but Markkanen talked about the fact that, he counted on his teammates to kind of help him get through that, help him realize, hey, that's just part of the, the basketball business. And how did he perform in the first game? 33 points, right? So clearly wasn't too fazed by it, and he's continued to play well throughout the tournament.
He's continued to play well here on game day 5. 10 points already for Lauri Markkanen in 7 minutes. 4 of 6 shooting, including 2 threes. Looking perhaps for a third 30-plus point game here at EuroBasket 2022. Don't forget about Worthy de Jong. In his last game in 5-on-5 action, he's started well. A couple of offensive rebounds actually leading to a couple of scores for him. 4 points so far for Worthy. You can get the stream schedules and scores if you download the Courtside 1891 app, not just from this tournament, but from many others in the FIBA calendar. Five threes, that's 6 threes, I beg your pardon, from Finland already.
I think the craziest stat is that Salin doesn't have any of those threes.
Right. Sean Huff has 2. Markkanen has a couple. Maksuni has 1. Koppanen has 1. Seppala. Inside to Markkanen. They're not going to let the Dutch rest. He misses, though. Back-to-back misses for Markkanen. Either side of the first and second quarter break. Shaftanar. The 2 Shaftanars getting longer minutes on the court here than normal.
So no Matt Harms or Yannick Franke in the lineup. So the rotation automatically shortens.
Worthy de Jong, 3 to shoot. Turns towards the baseline, aware of the shot clock, but almost shooting from behind the backboard. Markkanen in transition. Madsen opens up, just takes the layup. Under Madsen.
A big man to big man fast break as Markkanen rebound, pushes it, gets the assist, and Madsen, who has struggled scoring-wise since the first game, gets his first basket.
Julian Shaftanar over the top of Markkanen, misses, grabs his own rebound and puts it in. So 3 offensive rebounds leading to 3 scores here for the Dutch. They only average 5.5 a game. 15 the gap. 17 was the largest deficit. And a turnover from Finland. That's been their Achilles heel at this tournament so far, the amount of turnovers. They're only their second here. On the burst of Reese, attacking Seppala, draws the contact.
And you mentioned they're turning the ball over quite a bit, 16 times per game as Van der Vries turns the corner, goes right at Seppala. And here's Markkanen rebounding, and the little soft touch on the pass, Madsen, easy layup for 2.
Markkanen's first assist of the afternoon to go along with his 10 points so far. Madsen with his first score. Now we'll go to the bench. And Van der Vries goes to the line. He's averaged 4.5 assists, albeit with 3.3 turnovers a game. Only 20 years of age, the point guard. He's the finals MVP in the Belgian League this past season. And the youngest player ever to play for the Netherlands. He made his debut at the age of just 16.
Well, he has averaged
experience.
Yeah, averaging 4.5 assists per game, but has been propen to turning the ball over quite a bit.
Markkanen and De Jong, the two key players we highlighted for you before the tip, going at it. De Jong the foul. We haven't discussed much the absence of Yannick Franke, who was one of the Dutch's biggest offensive weapons. We didn't see Franke, of course, in the first game, and that's when Worde De Jong was on fire.
Well, Franke, who was on a minute restriction the second game he came back, still managed to averaging 14.7 points per game. So when he was on the floor, high volume scorer.
No responsibility for De Jong in the offense. In this one, we expect on the verse de Vries. A chance to cut it with back-to-back scores here. Schaftenaar. Here is De Jong. Jesse Edwards in the game. Had a coming-of-age performance here against Czech Republic in Game 3. Rebound Markkanen. Markkanen attacking the young centre Edwards and puts the foul on him straight away. He had 12 perfect points, 9 rebounds and a block in that game against Czech Republic, then had 3 blocks against Poland.
Obviously a little bit tougher trying to guard Markkanen in the open floor. And the referee's giving him 2 foul shots here. After that foul, Edwards, the young Syracuse Orangeman, really came into his own last year for Coach Jim Boeheim and has played a very good tournament here so far.
We saw last season end in February due to a broken left wrist. He's recovered in time to play at this tournament. Jesse Edwards. He said Markkanen to the line here. Markkanen's first point of the second after 10 points in the first. Hit 4 of his first 5 shots, then missed 2 in a row. This is his first trip to the foul line and he makes them both.
Just one more point on Edwards. Despite averaging under 15 minutes per game, he leads his Dutch team in both rebounds and blocks.
Plenty of potential. Not just for the future, but for the present. 2 meters 11, 22-year-old centre. On the verse de Vries. And then Schaftenaar, youngster finding veteran. Connecting again, but turning it over, and now a chance for Koppinen looking up high! The king of the north just climbed the mountain.
Well, what about that highlight?
He's been a human highlight reel and a stat sheet stuffer here in Prague.
Well, we saw now the other night from Salin to Markkanen. This one might have topped it. Koppinen throwing it upstairs. Markkanen, go and get it. One more time. Go get that young fella. The Utah Jazz are getting themselves a basketball player.
This is Lauri Markkanen's stage here in Prague at EuroBasket 2022. He's stealing the spotlight.
The whole arena just shook by how hard he dunked the ball.
Finland back up by 17, tied the largest lead so far. Here's Little, the 18-year-old Little floater falls for the youngest player on their team, who have the youngest coach in EuroBasket.
Oh, Little coming up big right off the bench, and I like this matchup. The 2 number 1s. Obviously, Van der Verst de Vries, 20 years old now, Little 18. But they are playing with the grown men.
Worde De Jong gets his 3rd field goal, 6 points for Worde. But 19 was the largest deficit. 3-point shot for Palmi off the mark. Another offensive rebound, that's 6 now. Here's Kantonen, 25-year-old. Palmi across to the far side. Plenty of young talent in the Finn ranks. And so much strength in depth, enjoyed by veterans on the bench, youngsters stepping onto the floor and taking the baton and running with it.
And Jantunen, who, like Madsen, has struggled from the field offensively, is one more time the highlight. Markkanen. That's too far. That's a bad pass. No, it's not. I will go get it.
The finisher with some jazz.
5 of 8 from the field for Markkanen. And the Dutch need to regroup here. 17 points so far.
Not soon with the basket in the mind, but a shot we can. Remember that we had to run off screen. And our stagger, it's okay. One up and side again. One up and side. Like this, we have 2 bigs. And if we don't shot, go in. And you can take your run. Jesse, always yellow.
So Worthy de Jong,
All the time.
obviously the
the
one bright spot right now offensively for the Dutch. 6 points, leading the way. Comes in with 15 plus points per game on an efficient 50% from the field. And he cannot be gun shy. Has to continue to attack. See the runner there in the lane. Can score both inside and out.
You might look at this game and this scoreline and think, well, the Dutch are 0-4 and out of the equation. But that doesn't tell the whole story. They've been so competitive in all of their 4 defeats. Serbia, the only team in their last 11 at EuroBasket to beat them by more than 8 points. So this is an incredibly impressive performance from Finland so far.
Off the ball foul, Little trying to stay with Charlon Kloof.
19 tying the largest lead here. Wonder versus the Greece, trying to get the ball in. And Kloof got in behind Miro Little for the score. First points for Charlon Kloof after 26 in the last game. Palmer. Here's Little. Guarded by de Jong. Little. Thought about the 3 maybe himself. Batted back, recovered at centre court. Shot clock about to expire here. Is there time? Of course there is for another 3. Henri Kantonen. It continues to reign for Finland.
Well, Kantonen doesn't shoot them often, but knocking them down at a 43% clip. And hits a big one there. He had a big 3 the other night against the Czech Republic when they were making a run. As you see here, the inbound pass to Kloof for the easy 2. And then a nice save from Little to avoid the ball going beyond half court. And then Kantonen in the corner knocks down the 3.
Away with about a half a second left on the shot clock. Their 7th 3 from their 5th different player. And Salim hasn't got one yet.
It's coming. Has to keep his streak going.
And there's a foul. And 3rd on the Dutch to tie the 3 of Finland at the midway point of the 2nd quarter. In fact, I beg your pardon, the 4th on Finland. So any further fouls from their defense will send the Dutch to the foul line for the rest of this quarter. Worthy de Jong gets free for the 3. Worthy de Jong with 9 points here in the first half.
Well, they need to keep running plays for him to get him open, to get him good looks. He tends to knock them down.
Kantonen. Finland so far keeping up the pressure with key players on the bench. Might be an opportunity for the Dutch to chip away at this once 19-point deficit. Kloof. And the Dutch have their 2 biggest offensive weapons on the floor in Kloof and de Jong. Kloof penetrates the paint, composed in the paint, and puts it in with a right-handed layup.
Yeah, obviously he knows that Madsen is a shot blocker, able to get him up off his feet with the pump fake, and then finishes.
The Dutch might have been down 19. They were down 23 here against Czech Republic and closed the gap to 3. So again, don't write them off. There's a long way to go in this one. 3-point shot again, and a foul on it. They're bored of getting 3-pointers. How about a 4-point play?
Well, Alexander Madsen, catch and shoot, quick release. Jesse Edwards trying to close out, commits the foul. As you see here, de Jong with the first 3-pointer for the Dutch. They've got a tall mountain to climb here with the way that Finland is shooting from beyond the arc. 8 of 16.
And Madsen, the 6th Finland player to knock down a 3. And still, not one for Salim. He can't complete the 4-point play though. But it is the largest lead of the game at 20 for Finland. He's averaged good figures. Madsen 10.5 points over the first 2 games. And he shot 5 of 8 on the outside, as well as 3 of 6 on the interior. And then only had 1.5 points per game over the last 2. Finding his shooting form again. As Larry Markkinen continues to get a break. Markkinen still the top scorer in this game on 14 points. But he's had plenty of backup as well. Charlon Kloof to Worthy de Jong. Inside to Edwards. And it rolls out after the foul from Salim.
Well, it seemed like Salim was positioned there in time with the hand straight up. You see the roll from Edwards. Kind of goes right into Salim, but he was kind of on that semicircle line. So Finland in the penalty the rest of the way. Got some good minutes from Miro Little.
Jesse Edwards at the line for the first time. The Dutch now 4 of 5.
Edwards, a nice shooting touch from the line, 83% coming into the game. Of course, misses that one after I announce it.
17 the margin, it has been as many as 20. 3.5 to play in the first half here. Poked away by de Jong. We shouldn't forget about his ability on defense. A couple of chase-back rejections in this tournament, and he's averaging 1.5 steals.
De Jong, a complete player on both sides of the floor. Also so accomplished in the Dutch league.
Finals MVP in the combined Belgian Dutch league this past season. 3-point shot again, this time off the mark for Madsen. Big 3 minutes here for the Dutch to try and close this gap with Kloof. Missing the shot, bailed out on the boards. And Jesse Edwards shows he's got some muscle.
Got the length, athleticism. Nice little dunk for Edwards.
First field goal for the 22-year-old. So 20 has become 15. It's the 4th foul on the Dutch. Markkinen continues to sit. De Jong continues to have an impact.
Markkinen coming in, averaging about 28 minutes per game, just playing 10 here so far. Obviously the cushion of the lead, allowing some rest.
Madsen, Maksuni.
For the lob.
Apply to Madsen, passes it mid-air, and Sean Huff continues to be the big backup to Markkinen. Double figures in the first half for Huff.
Well, like that Madsen didn't force the alley-oop there. Felt like he was off balance and finds the captain.
Jesse Edwards taking it at Madsen, poked away. Salim, Finland hunting impacts. He'll take a quick 3 in transition. The threes have just dried up a little bit over the last couple of minutes. That might unlock the door for the Dutch comeback. From reverse de Vries to Jesse Edwards. Approaching the final 2 minutes of the first half. He hands it off on reverse de Vries. Very energetic. Slipped through the grasp of Karazi there.
Yeah, it's the right pass. Threw it a little bit too hard.
Sean Huff, 38 years of age, 10 points in the first half here. Nearly a turnover.
I thought Kloof could have just caught that and would have had an easy 2 on the other end. As you see, Kloof gets to the basket, thought he was fouled, but Edwards right there for the authoritative putback. And alley-oop little pass to Huff, who, again, 4 or 5 from the field, 10 points as you mentioned, second player in double figures.
Sean Harper was part of the team at the last EuroBasket in 2017 and that historic first World Cup in Spain in 2014. And one of the young guns gets to the basket that time, Edon Maksuni. Finland by 19. No real sign of that Dutch comeback so far. A minute and a half to play in the first half. Kloof. And Salim fell to the floor. Woody de Jong over the top. Got it. Double figures in the first half for de Jong on his last appearance.
Well, if you know anything about de Jong, he will not go out quietly. You see there a couple pokes defensively.
Close to the steal as well. Again, though, a free pass through the paint for Edon Maksuni for the second time in quick succession.
Well, the Dutch expecting Maksuni to look for the pass, but obviously gets the angle to the basket. No weak side defense, no rim protection.
Williams into the paint. He'll have to go to the line for two. Kloof, I think, disappointed he let Maksuni get away from him on the defensive end. Wanted to take out his frustration on the rim.
Well, we see Leon Williams being a little payback on Maksuni. Gets all the way to the rim. And I guess the foul was called on the point guard.
Williams, who played at EuroBasket 2015, the Dutch's only other appearance in the last 20 editions. He'll go to the line for two when we return off the back of this timeout.
Hei, testataan. Pitää murtaa prassi, jos siellä on prassi, niin hitaasti. Sen jälkeen Lauri, Sasu, Sean. Joo, pistetään silleen, että Edon tonne. Elias, sä otat pallon. Sä käännät Laurille. Kääntö nopea. Syöttö. Pikki. Edon käytä. Sasu juokse perään pikki. Ja Seani sen jälkeen tänne. Eli sen jälkeen Lauri tee eka. Edon
You hear the voice of Lassi Tovi on the Finland bench. He's giving young players plenty of responsibility in this one. And he knows all about that. He's recently been handed the reins by the former head coach Henrik Detman, who'd been on the bench since 2004. Acted as a tutor to Tovi, who was empowered by the responsibility of drawing up plays in crucial timeouts back at the 2014 World Cup and in the years that have followed. And now the man leading this young Finnish team from the bench as the youngest head coach in EuroBasket 2022. He's had such a superb apprenticeship, not just under Henrik Detman with the national team, but under the French national coach Vincent Collet as well, who he took over from at clubside Strasbourg a couple of seasons ago, having been assistant there.
There you see Yannick Franke. A little talk from the coach. Obviously not in uniform this afternoon.
So much pride and passion here in Prague. Players like Yannick Franke playing through injury, just wanting to be a part of the show. Maksuni returns it over. De Jong with the steal. Kloof. De Jong, he's feeling it in the first half here. Misses that one though. De Jong had hit a couple of threes before that. 4-second differential between shot clock and game clock at the end of the first half. Finland looking to hit the half-century mark. Maksuni across to the far side. Sally back out. Huff for three, wide of the mark.
Yeah, didn't have his feet set that time, unlike on the first couple of attempts. Leaning to the right on that one and unable to make contact with the rim.
A player who's 3 years older than his head coach.
That's awkward.
Kloof from near centre court falls flat, and Finland will take a 17-point lead into the main break behind the 14 points of Lauri Markkanen and 10 from Sean Huff. At half-time here, Finland 48, Netherlands 31.
Well, a much better effort and performance from the Dutch in that second quarter. They put up 20 points and now find themselves shooting 46% from the field. Also knocked down 2 3-pointers in that quarter. But Finland, 53% overall, 42% from three. And of course, Markkanen leading the way as you see the rebounding numbers for the Netherlands. Their best rebounding performance in a half so far. Markkanen at 14, Huff with 10. De Jong, the other player in double figures with 12.
A huge first quarter. It has damaged the Dutch chances here as Finland poured in 26 points, 26-11. Lauri Markkanen, 10 of them before sitting out much of the second quarter, but he has since gone to 14 points in that limited time. Finland knocking down 8 threes and then turning their attention more to the interior towards the end of the half. Cox started well for the Netherlands. The rest of his teammates were struggling at that stage.
Yeah, they've gotten some decent production from both Cook and Edwards. Obviously, Edwards 3 rebounds and just active around the basket. But what are the chances that Finland knocks down 10+ threes again in this game? They just need 2 more.
With De Jong, 12 points in 18 minutes, 5 of 8 from the field, including a couple of threes. A couple of offensive rebounds for him as well. A problem for the Dutch has been the turnovers in this game. 9 turnovers at the half. Finland have protected the ball ever so well, just 3 turnovers. And they've taken 10 more field goal attempts in the game. It's a long way back from here for the Dutch as we see one of those turnovers leading to the play of the game.
Yeah, no question about it. Koponen, eyes lit up when he saw Markkanen running the wing and just throws it up. And Markkanen cocks back the hammer. And Van der Verst de Vries, welcome to your first poster.
Everybody's eyes in the arena lit up with Markkanen soaring again. And it is a 17-point deficit, but the Dutch were down 23 here against Czech Republic and closed the gap to 3. So there's a long way to go still in this one, and they did improve in that second quarter as well. Half-time at the O2 Arena in Prague. Finland 48, the Netherlands 31.
Who will you become when the moment arrives and you're carrying the expectations of an entire nation, representing your people and their dreams, the colorful faces in the streets, the screaming fans in the stands? It's time to make your move. All eyes on you, all hope, all heart. Because when you win for all.
Doncic up, crossed him up. Poirier comes back, but it's too late.
Different type of scoring game so far for Doncic today, using the 3 as a weapon.
Matty's won the three-pointer. Tsanadze goes up. Tsanadze, the follow-up by Guga, Batenzi. Well. Korkmaz now throwing it down here to Alfred Schenken. Spins around. Schenken. Oh, baby! Alfred Schenken with the throwdown.
Unbelievable.
Finds effort, rejected by Nurkic.
Hand up now, Retton. Obase's gonna pull up with it, takes it. Obase got it! Uncle Retton Obasehan. I mean, the doctor, professor, but he is Uncle Retton. One-legged Merci beaucoup, Monsieur Obasahan.
And the alley-oop, and that's how you throw it down for France. Rudy Gobert.
This time in France, once Mike. Drobniak now, Drobniak turns around, end of the third quarter. Fading away, out of bounds, and I think he may have injured himself.
Beautiful. They get it to Sabonis. And oh, Bukavicius finishes. Sabonis not able to get it done. And that was an exclamation mark on the comeback here for Lithuania in this FIBA EuroBasket. Gobert! Well, Rudy Gobert makes his decision and renders it. Oh. Wow. He's not done. Wow. Here's Doncic. Oh! Are you kidding me? It's like he's in his backyard, in the driveway. He is just, well, he's not from this planet.
Welcome back to the O2 Arena in Prague as we take a look at the top scorers for the two respective teams at half-time here, with the Dutch trailing by 17. They have got 12 points from Worthy de Jong in his last game in an orange jersey in 5-on-5 action. 3 of 4 from 2, 2 of 4 on the perimeter. A couple of offensive rebounds from him as well, though. The Dutch close to their tournament average in offensive rebounds already here at the half. But even with those second chance scoring opportunities and his productivity, they trail by a big margin again, but we know they're capable of a big comeback attempt. Behind the 12 of de Jong, who's not had a great deal of help, just 5 points early on for Yito Kok, 4 for Charlon Kloof. Nobody else has more than 1 score. And they're playing without Yannick Franke, who had an injured hand heading into this tournament and played through the pain barrier to average 14.7 points in 17 minutes. And now with the Dutch not able to progress to the last 16 in Berlin, Yannick Franke is protecting that hand by sitting down and not dressed to play. And once more for Finland, Lauri Markkanen, 14 points, 10 of which came in the first quarter. He's 3 of 5 from 2, 2 of 3 from 3, and 2 of 2 at the line. We saw the huge 41-point game for Giannis, and then the 47-point game for Doncic. Here on this court, we have the second best all-round performance of any player when Jokic did a bit of everything at this EuroBasket. Lauri Markkanen saying, "Don't forget about me."
I mean, he is a star. There's just no other way to put it. And when he's in that finished jersey, he's able to score on so many different ways, obviously also rebounds. He's just a threat. And there you see an assist from Markkanen, showing you the versatility. Gets the rebound, pushes the tempo. You know, they haven't needed him to be at his all-time best the entire time, but when he's able to produce highlights like this alley-oop, courtesy of Petteri Koponen, that's why the fans come here to watch him play. They'll travel thousands of miles to see him play.
The standout star in this young Finn team, with a firing on all cylinders again, 48 first half points. And they've had a number of the supporting cast step up. Seppala, a couple of assists in the first half to lead them in that category. Madsen, 4 rebounds and 8 threes knocked down by 6 different players. And Sasu Sali, who has a long streak of making them at EuroBasket, yet to hit one. So you'd expect something from him in the second half. Edon Maksuni, 24-year-old point guard, has done well. 9 points, 3 steals in the first half for him, 4 of 6 shooting. And they've got a group of players that are sort of 22 to 25 years of age. The right time now to graduate to this senior international stage.
Yeah, you mentioned it, of course, Markkanen, 25 years old, Maksuni, 24, Jantunen, 22, Elias Valtunen, 23, and then Miro Little, the next generation, 18 years old, played so well at the under-18 European Championships this year, really put his name on the radar, and of course, will be playing college basketball for the Baylor Bears, you know, who are just a couple years removed from a national championship at the NCAA level. So a lot to look forward to with this Finnish team as early as this weekend, obviously in the round of 16.
You see the leader in scoring for the Dutch, Werde de Jong, 12 points at the half. And we saw just before that their leaders in the various categories, a couple of assists for Charlon Kloof. He and de Jong, veterans of this team. And then we saw also the rebounds of Jesse Edwards, 3 so far to lead them in that category. He's one for the future. But right now it's about the present for Werde de Jong, and going out on a high in his last game. It's up to him to produce the firepower to try and reel in the Finns in the second half. And maybe up to Charlon Kloof as well, who's not got close to his extraordinary effort in the game here 2 days ago. And the Dutch only 2 of 9 on the outside, both of them from de Jong. Their problem has been turnovers, 9 turnovers in the first half, just 3 for Finland. They're actually having one of their better games on the boards, the Netherlands, here in Prague.
Well, the Dutch without Yannick Franke and his 14.7 points per game, you know, we're going to count on Charlon Kloof. So far, 4 points on 2 of 4 from the field. And he's just 0 of 1 for 3. If you recall in that first half the other night, knocking down, I believe it was 4 or 5 3-pointers in that first half. Really had the hot hand. Can he discover it here in the second 20 minutes of this particular matchup?
It's an achievement for the Dutch just to be here at a EuroBasket. Again, they're the 47th ranked team in the world, playing at this competition for just the second time in 15 editions. Their only other appearance in that spell coming in Croatia in 2015. They did get a win that time, 1-4. They won their first game, but then lost their next 4, and they've lost their first 4 at this one, so 8 without a win. But many of those games have been close. This one is not at the half. Much credit to Finland, especially giving minutes to a number of their role players, spreading the contribution around. Nobody playing more than 12 minutes for Finland so far.
Well, Finland, obviously that first group against Israel, losing by 2 in overtime. And they come back with a 30-point win against Poland, lose by 30 to Serbia, beat Czech Republic by 10, and now again a large lead in this particular game. So, you know, they're a bit streaky, if you will, and you know, they could get a cold streak here in the second half offensively, so the Dutch have to continue to fight.
Like this, we move the segment on the swing.
Kääntöheitto, mutta mennään niskaskriinillä Laurille ja sit siitä popista sisään tai.
It tends to be Velassi Tovi's team that if the three-pointers drop, the win goes up on the board though. 17 threes at 45% accuracy in that 30-point win over Poland. 15 threes at 47% in the win over host Czech Republic. And if you had the EuroBasket app, you would know at halftime they've knocked down 8 threes here at 42% accuracy. So many different contributors. They have their standout star, but he's a team player, and they play very much as a team.
For sure, for sure. Again, if I'm Werde de Jong, though, this half, I'm taking at least 10 3, whatever it takes. I'm letting it fly. Nothing to lose. Last 20 minutes of the tournament for the Netherlands. And they'll start off with a possession.
We'll see if De Jong can go out swinging, and if the Netherlands can go down fighting and try and close what is a 17-point deficit for them at the start of the second half.
So again, Leon Williams in the starting lineup the second half, replacing Van der Vries. As you see, Kloof and Kok wasn't able to.
The turnovers straight away. Huff, nice Euro step through the paint, got it, and Sean Huff has 12 points in 12 minutes.
Well, on the replay, hopefully we'll get a chance to see Max Hooney's pass again. Looked like he went between his legs.
Kloof to De Jong. Played 18 of the first 20 minutes. Kok showing some mid-air muscle but missing. Markin in the rebound. Foul on the floor. Markin not as dominant on the boards as he was in the first few games. That's his third rebound.
And once again, when he gets the rebound, he just turns and goes. Putting pressure on the defense.
Great combination of size and speed. Susali into the bench. In comes Valtonen. Really efficient, 9.5 points per game for Valtonen, the 23-year-old. He's actually hit double figures the last 3 games.
Looked like Salin got hit in the mouth there on the while battling for position with Kok. So they'll have to kind of take care of that blood. You see a 2-3 zone look here by the Dutch.
Up to the corner, gets it back from Valtonen, who's just come in. Markkinen, back to Valtonen. Back to Markkinen for 3, no.
The defensive change kind of pays off on that possession, off the out of bounds.
De Jong. Working with Kok again. Kloof, he wants to find Kok up against Markkinen. Backdoor cut. Almost running out of room was Williams, and then a whistle. 4.8. There was left on the clock. No foul, just an out of bounds, so still 4.8. And a quick shot off the inbound, missed by Schaftenau. Finland can make it the out-and-out largest lead here. Already up by 19. Maksuni. Oh, Markkinen is directing traffic on the far side. Well, not on the same wavelength as his teammate. The ball just thrown behind Markkinen and out of bounds. That's only the 4th turnover all game for Finland. De Jong puts it on the floor, takes it at Maksuni, and Kloof bursting towards the basket, but he can't finish once he gets there. Maksuni slows it down against Sharon Kloof. Good look, and it pops in for Valtonen to punish the late closeout from the Dutch. Or Jantunen rather with the shot.
Yeah, Jantunen knocking down a 3-pointer, so basically any player with the finished jersey today is going to be knocking down a 3 except for Sasu Salin, it seems.
He's their 7th to hit from the outside, 9 threes for the team. De Jong tried to pass it a few times, this time takes on Markkinen and misses, looks to grab the loose ball, and it was kicked, so still Dutch possession.
Oh, nice drive there from De Jong, even to get the shot off over Markkinen.
Confident in for Huff, veteran for veteran. Not just about the youngsters, a nice balance on this Finland roster. Kloof. 22 is the largest lead for Finland. Kloof passes on. And over the top of Markkinen, Olaf Schaftenau. Koppinen. Markkinen wanted it in the middle, goes around the perimeter instead. Jantunen. Back out to Valtonen. Gets it again. Second bite to the cherry, wants to bite back on the interior. Knocked away.
Well, nice block from Kok on the 3-pointer, especially without fouling. able to close out and contest.
But you're going to have to dig deep and improve on defense to try and overhaul this large deficit. Shot clock down to 5 here. Clock again challenging the shot, but this time the high bounce and roll for the soft touch finish from Jan Tunen. 7 points for him now. 22 the lead again. De Jong bounce pass through the gap. Schaffenart wasn't ready for it. Koppinen to Markkanen, up against De Jong. Huge height advantage. De Jong tenacious though, back out it goes. 3-point shot again. And then Jan Tunen riding Kloof's back and a whistle.
Good sportsmanship there from the Dutch players. Let's see Val Tunen missing the open 3. Jan Tunen fighting for position on the rebound and going to call it a loose ball foul, the second team foul for the Netherlands. As Maxuni checks out again, Maxuni played his ball last year in the Netherlands alongside Kok, Hamming, and Karatzi for Heroes Den Bosch, one of the premier clubs in the Netherlands. So he gets to go back to next year. We'll have some bragging rights.
Koppinen, nice pass out to Valtonen for the 3. Finland continue to fire from long range.
Valtonen hadn't hit one yet, so needed to add his name to that particular column in the box score.
10 threes from 8 different players. Kloof, Schaffenart.
Good high-low offense. And you'll notice Valtonen was fighting with Cook for position on that side, and then it went to the high-low. So you get a different angle for the pass, and Cook able to draw the foul. Here's that Valtonen catch and shoot 3. Valtonen's hit a number of clutch baskets for the Finnish team throughout the tournament as De Jong gets the answer.
De Jong determined to go out swinging. 15 points for him to close a 25-point gap down to 22.
Again, you see that 2-3 zone defense from the Netherlands. Just want to take Finland out of their flow a little bit.
Seppälä out to Valtonen. Down the baseline, blocked off. Seppälä gets it away in time. Ilari Seppälä with a 3 as well. Their 9th player to knock down on the perimeter.
Well, of course, the one thing about the zone, you leave the 3-point line open as Kalk gets the put-back jam.
Netherlands taking out their frustration on the rack. The miss from Kloof, and then Kok goes up with 2 hands.
So let's see if the 3-pointers continue to bust out this zone. Markkanen pop up, gets fouled on the mid-range.
Finland now 11-25 on the perimeter, 44%. 9 different players, still none for Sasu Sali.
Here again, Kloof attacking the ball, attacking the rim with fierce, and Cook, the athletic putback. Madsen almost on a poster, but Cook, nobody to contest his dunk as he'll check out.
So Cook, a player who leaves it all on the floor. 7 points, and a couple of rebounds and offensive rebounds, and a block in 13 minutes.
More blood on the floor. This time Cook the victim.
Markkanen at the line to try and add to his 14 first half points. He's since been overtaken as the game's top scorer by Worthy de Jong with 15. Ties in there. 3 of 3 at the strike so far, Lauri Markkanen has been ultra efficient from the line all through the tournament, as you see the blood coming from the right eye of Yuto Kok.
Well, Markkanen 14 of 15 from the line against Israel, 13 of 14 against the Czech Republic, 8 of 8 against Poland. Of course, the one game against Serbia, just 0 for 1, but still overall shooting 92%. And this is a 7-footer, let's not forget.
And he's now the top scorer in the game again, 16 points, and Finland have tied the largest lead in the game again at 25, despite the best efforts of De Jong, who's going to keep on firing threes, misses that one. Gets to the rebound though, good hustle from De Jong. Williams had the open spot, so too does Kloof, wants to put it on the floor. 6 on the shot clock. Kloof into Jesse Edwards. He won't shoot the outside shot, but he'll try and take it towards Markkanen. Wasn't aware of the shot clock.
Not a bad move, just didn't have enough time to execute it. And another turnover for the Dutch squad.
Part of the learning curve for the 22-year-old centre, trying to test himself against one of the very best in this tournament. And there's a look at the turnover issue for the Dutch here. Markkanen for 3, over the top of Jesse Edwards, rubs salt in the youngster's wounds.
Again, that pick and pop, so dangerous. Defense has to make some kind of adjustment to him.
Kloof looking back out, that was the 12th 3 for Finland. We've still got 14 minutes to play. And the 3rd for Markkanen. Finn fans making plenty of noise. De Jong misses on the pirouette. Piece is picked up on the backboard and put in by Leon Williams.
Yeah, right place, right time there for Williams. Markkanen again.
Markkanen, free spot. Don't give him that kind of invitation. Markkanen on the mark again.
I mean, that's a practice three-pointer for Markkanen, able to walk right into it.
22 points for Lowry in 17 minutes. 29 now the largest lead off the back of Finland's 13th 3. Kloof with the shot clock ticking down into the paint and draws a foul. He will go to the line for 2. Koppinen looks bemused at the call.
Well, Kloof has been so aggressive getting to the basket, but this will be his first trip to the free throw line. As you see Markkanen again on the pop, catch and shoot, no hesitation. Next possession, comes down last player, the trailer, and top of the key, automatic.
A 7-footer who can do a bit of everything. Not able to build momentum after that very impressive game here 2 days ago. 2 of 6 from the field. This is his first free throw.
Seemed like they waved off the first one. So Markkanen, despite the hot hand, will head to the bench for a rest.
Kloof got to take 2, and he made them both. Not a great deal in this one to celebrate for the Dutch fans. Here in Prague, though, down 27 as Kloof checks out. On the verse, the Vries back in. Koppinen. And the handoff from Madsen up against the lengthy Jesse Edwards. Huff over the top of De Jong. Sean Huff continues to roll back the years in front of these fans.
Well, he's definitely in the groove right now offensively as Huff, and that's a great sign, because obviously the more players they can count on in the next round to put points on the board, the less they have to rely on Markkanen. As a nice strong move there from Van der Verst de Vries.
Shrugging off the veteran Petri Koppinen.
It's a weight room move from the 20-year-old.
Here's Huff, 14 points in as many minutes for the 38-year-old. Kantonen rather. Kantonen with the shot clock ticking down to the final 5. Spins into the lane, guarded by a very good defender in Karazi, and had the better of him. And it goes from strength to strength for these fans.
Well, already 25 points here in the quarter.
They're loving what they're seeing here in Prague and at EuroBasket 2022. And the opportunity here, perhaps, to try and instigate a path into the last 16 that sees them avoid Greece and Giannis. And they get the win in this one. And then Serbia take care of business against Poland in the last game here in Group D.
Well, they're doing everything right offensively. You see there the collision at the free throw line, but Finland 5 for 8 from 3 in this quarter. There's that little, it's not really a mid-range, but a nice tough shot from Huff. And then the Van der Vries, the freeze drive and finish. So 5 of 8 from 3 for Finland in the quarter, and 9 of 12 overall.
Seppala entry pass. Madsen with the push and an offensive foul.
Shooting 75% from the field in the second half. Just an offensive clinic, although that time Madsen called for the offensive foul, pushing Van der Vries to freeze in the back, trying to hold the seal.
Finland otherwise have protected the ball and been efficient on offense for the vast majority in this game. That was only their 5th turnover. They're shooting 58% from the field, including 13 threes at 48%. Edwards against Madsen. Van der Vries. Right down the jugular of the defense, misses underneath the rim though. Edwards will bail him out on the boards as the two youngsters look to make an impact.
What I love about Edwards is his mind is to get to the rim every time, and a nice touch as well around the basket.
5 points, 4 rebounds, 2 offensive rebounds for Jesse Edwards. Here's Huff, he's going to keep on shooting. That one an air ball, caught underneath. Shot clock still ticking, plenty of time. 3-point shot, Seppala. Rebound Williams. Long pass down the floor, all the way through to Jesse Edwards, and he's fouled by Huff.
Nice rim run and a great pass as well. Up ahead. Van der Vries elevating for the catch, as you see here. Van der Vries rim blocked. Now Edwards able to get the putback. Couldn't quite get the angle on the layup.
It's a great part of the development for some of these young Dutch players to be playing here against the likes of Jokic and Serbia and Markkanen and Finland.
Obviously against Avdia from Israel as well. Another good game for the Dutch.
Satoransky and Vesely, the Czech Republic. .25 the margin. Cantona. Madsen across to Sally, still waiting for that 3. Had to be recovered, shot got down to 3 here. Cantona, he's hit one already. That one from way outside hit the rim, but the rebound grabbed by Van der Vries. Telegraphed by Sasu Sally.
Well, another turnover for Van der Vries, his 3rd. And here's Salin for 3.
Inevitable. Sasu Salin just biding his time before picking his moment to pounce on the perimeter. Their 14th 3 from their 12th different player.
Well, Palmy and Little, the only 2 so far yet to knock down a 3. Not sure that's a stat that the coaching staff will necessarily be paying attention to. Although that would, I'm guessing, would be a record if all 12 players featured in the game would hit a 3. Something you don't see. You know, it's just a testament to the versatility of this squad. Including all their bigs already have hit 1. Madsen, Jantunen, and of course Markkanen's hit 4.
Yeah, Sally, their 10th different player to not one down. Little yet to take an attempt on the outside, and Palmy 0 of 1. And they're led by the 4 of 6 3-point shooting from Markkanen. 4.
Oh.
Coming in this quarter, they're 14 of 30 for 47%.
A Little tried a 3-pointer that time, but was blocked full court by Leon Williams.
End of the 3rd, Finland remain on fire, 76-49 over the Dutch.
Okay, keep this fight when it try to switch, and see that. Okay, on offense, Only to go. Flash aside.
They've taken 31 three-point attempts, hitting 14 of them. 9 more attempts on the perimeter than from 2. And they're all getting in on the act. That was the best offensive quarter of the game. For Finland, 28 points.
There was that great drop-off pass from Maksuni to Huff early on in the third in transition. The 4th assist for Maksuni to go with his 4 steals and 9 points in just 14 minutes.
Just a perfect performance heading into the last 16 bracket in Berlin. Especially given they're spreading the minutes and the points around. Everybody enjoying themselves. Finland looking to go through 3-2 from the group. And with a big win. And in the process, hoping to avoid Greece and Giannis. If you're quick enough to catch the code, make sure you've got the courtside 1891 app. I'm sure you've got it already. All of the stream schedules and scores from this tournament and many others. Certainly want to have that tool in your pocket ready for the last 16 in Berlin, which starts in a couple of days' time. Starts the 4th.
22 assists on 29 field goals for Finland, as that's just their average already. They've matched in the 3rd as Kantanen gets all the way to the cup.
Kantanen makes it a 29-point lead for Finland.
I'm not sure we'll see Lauri Markkanen again.
Protected for whatever the last 16 battle may be for Finland, as Van der Verst nails the long 2. Off the pullback crossover. 7 points for the young point guard. Kantanen. It's Little for 3. Well, that would have been one of the 2 remaining players yet to hit one for Finland. Madsen back to Kantanen, 7 points for him. 5 seconds to shoot. Passes on to Little. It's as if they want to get everybody on the mark from downtown. 1.2 on the shot clock though, as it's knocked away.
Here Van der Verst to freeze. Nice behind the back dribble for the steps back. Creates enough room to get the shot off. His 2nd field goal.
They get it away, hits the rim, opportunity for the rebound, but protected by Karazi.
There's high screen and rolls for the young. That's all I want to see for the Dutch, but they continue to run their offense.
Williams takes the ring right around the defense, back out to Karazi, now into the hands of De Jong for 15 points. And gets the assist for Karazi.
Well, they run the screen and roll and get a nice layup out of it. Karazi, his 1st points, he's been very quiet.
Miro Little, the 18-year-old, who might get long minutes now in his 4th quarter. Kantanen. Saline, another 3 for him. No. Another rebound instead for Jesse Edwards. That's his 5th. He's looking for the ball on the offensive end, goes to the perimeter instead for Williams, who knocks one down for the Dutch, only their 4th 3 of the game.
Well, I think that's the first timeout we've seen coached by called by Finland. As Karazi gets the layup, but an early 6-2 run here in the 4th quarter. Of course, Williams knocks down the 3. Well, actually, they called it a 2-toe on the line.
Viimeistellään tämä turnaus hyvin. Taas näin nyt täällä 5-3-4 minuuttia. Kovaa. Meillä on 0 virhettä. Okei, me heitettiin nyt kaikki ohi. Äsken me heitettiin kaikki. Se sille ei ole väliä, mutta jalat pitää saada liikkeelle. Se ollaan velkaa myös näille teidän takana oleville. Nyt viimeistellään tähän hyvä rani. Hei, pää pystyä kovaa sinne nyt.
You see on the graphic there a big improvement in terms of protecting the ball from Finland in this one. coming in, averaging the 16.3 turnovers. Only Croatia, I believe, had averaged more in the whole of EuroBasket, but only 5 turnovers so far today. They've won the battle on the boards as well. They're ahead in pretty much every department, despite the best efforts of the Dutch, who we know have a comeback in them. Yuto Kok has been a part of trying to instigate the comeback here. Right eye stitched and stuck up. Finland's well and truly in control up by 23. The Dutch have scored, I believe, the last 6 points in the game, though. Matsuni trying to get some breathing room against Edwards. Back to Huff. Huff spins and shoots from the foul line. Karazi the rebound.
So the Dutch putting together a strings of stops here.
Nice pass into the hands of De Jong for 3. Looked like he knew it was off all the way. These Finland fans will make plenty of noise all the way to the end of this one, and then get on a plane to Berlin and support them perhaps even more vocally there. Turnover on Karazi, after doing his best to force a turnover on Finland.
There you see assistant coach Sam Jones for the Netherlands. Yeah, Karazi gets the steal, but it gets called for the carry. Unable to kind of gather control. So much emotion in the tournament.
There'll be plenty of emotion at the end for Worthy de Jong, of course. He will go on to try and compete at the Olympics. 3-on-3 competition in a couple of years' time. Deep 3 for Matsuni. Rebound grabbed by Van der Verst de Vries and a foul.
That foul committed 90 feet from the basket by Jan Tunen. Not too necessary, his second foul. And Finland just cooling off a little. Just 2 points here in the first 3+ minutes.
Van der Verst de Vries back out, almost turned over. Matsuni telegraphing the passing lane back to Williams.
Matsuni 4 steals already. Active hands defensively. Finland overall with 9 steals.
Van der Verst de Vries down 23, trying to close it further from 29 down. Worthy de Jong into a pack of players, underarm scoop, misses. He'll try to rip it back, but called for the foul. And remember, just as we see this replay again of the contact from de Jong.
De Jong claiming he got the ball. Seems to get a little bit of the arm as well.
Finland already only the second team since 1999 with multiple 15 three-point games. And now on 14 three-pointers, one away from making it 3 games with 15. They're going to attack on the interior here. Jan Tunen rides some contact. Third foul on Edwards. Non-shooting foul to the inbound with Matsuni. Not the finish the Dutch were looking for in this tournament for them. Smiles on the faces of those Finland fans though. Valtonen, free path into the paint. De Jong refusing to give up on it.
Yeah, great defensive recovery. Seemed like Valtonen had a easy layup. No one rotated over. And De Jong times it beautifully.
They still get the points. Valtonen bites back. 25 the lead for Finland. Their first score in a while. The Dutch had scored the previous 6. to Van der Vries. Shot clock to 5. Working with Edwards. Penetrates the paint. Nice left-handed layup from Van der Vries.
Nice finish. Again, he's such a skilled point guard coming into his own over the last couple seasons.
Still plenty of time to continue his development, just 20 years of age. Foul on the entry pass is on the point guard. He's got 9 points now on 3 of 7 shooting, but 3 of 4 on the inside as we see this block from De Jong again. Catching up with Valtonen. Refusing to give up on the play on his final appearance. Third foul on Van der Vries. Seppala, one of the 10 players to knock down a 3 for Finland. Seppala against Koch, onto the inside this time. Koch block.
Well, the shot clock, as you see, Koch gets a piece of it, and it seems like they're going to give the ball to the Dutch. Referees will discuss it. As you saw in the replay very clearly that the Dutch defender got the block, and they get the ball rightfully back to Finland, but now they got to sort out the shot clock. I believe it's about 1.4 around there, if I'm not mistaken.
Mito Koch stretching every fiber of his fingers and scraping the basketball.
Seppala said, listen, I didn't miss it that badly. So they do put up 1.5 on that shot clock. And look for the screen action here off the inbound.
Midway point to the 4th. Quick catch and shoot for Kantonen. Rebound De Jong. Van der Vries. Thought about the 3. Hammond off to Kloof. Kloof has been pretty quiet again. After heating up 2 days ago, he's going to pull the trigger on a 3 here and misses it. He was 11 of 18 on the outside at EuroBasket 2015, Charles Kloof. And 3 of 11 the first 3 games here before a big performance on Tuesday when he was 4 of 7. Hamming the rebound. And the shots have dried up a bit for both teams in this quarter, just 4 for Finland. After shooting the lights out the first 30 minutes. 8 points for the Dutch. They turn it over here on that screen from Koch.
Well, he seemed like he was set for a little while. Valtonen doing a good job putting ball pressure on the ball handler Hamming, and then kind of just runs to the side of the screen. Tough call.
23 the gap, 4 minutes to play in the tournament for the Netherlands. And in the final group game for Finland before they head to Berlin. We've not seen Markkanen at all in this quarter. Another block, Hamming all over Valtonen and then hit hard.
So Jantunen called for the foul. As you said, a nice block there from Shane Hamming. Also has 5 rebounds, although he's gone scoreless.
He's not taking a shot.
Yep, only player from the Netherlands not to score yet. Halmi, the only player from Finland without a bucket.
Hamming is 7 of 12 from 3-point range over 4 World Cup qualifiers. Also knocked down 3 of 7 here, but he hasn't played too much. Van der Vries. Here is Hamming on the offensive end into Koch, who's always full of energy and physicality, and a foul on Kantonen. De Jong for 3.
Well, you continues to light it up. 4th three-pointer for De Jong. And I think he's worthy of a standing ovation yet in this one.
Absolutely. Not just for his contribution tonight, but throughout the course of his career. Not just at international level, but at club level as well. He's the all-time leader in points, rebounds and assists for Dutch side Leiden. Helped them to 3 of their 4 National League titles, and then last season to the inaugural championship of the merged Belgian-Dutch top flight. And he was the MVP.
So at the line, Palmy after Kok picks up his 3rd personal. Finland just their 6th free throw.
Palmy, the man from the bottom of the bench, getting minutes here and getting a point for the first time. Six of 7 at the line. To De Jong.
Nice pass.
Nice team basketball from the Netherlands as Kok shifts it on to Hamming, and then a whistle. Cause for concern for Finland with a man down.
Yeah, seemed to be some inverted contact. You see Kok here catching Valtunen with the elbow on the pass. And the young man goes down. One more time, Kok. Nice drop-off pass to Hamming. And Valtunen helped up by his teammates. Probably has a bit of a headache.
We're going to see all their players fit and firing and ready for the last 16 tie in Berlin.
We've seen a few players take some shots to the face there. Obviously, Salin had a little lip bleed, and Kok got a cut above the eye. Now Valtunen elbowed in the nose. Hamming's got some blood on his elbow.
We've seen plenty of physical confrontations over the course of the week here in Prague. National pride and passion oozing out on the basketball court. Shaftanar misses his shot, rebounds Topias Palmi. De Jong's remaining in the game for now. You wonder if he's going to get taken out right towards the end. I don't know.
Yeah, he's played 35 minutes out of a possible 37 so far. So Buscaglia definitely letting him play.
18 points. Double the Dutch's next top scorer. Shot clock down to 5 here. Seppala draws the foul, so that will reset the shot clock. In fact, a trip to the line for Finland because the Dutch are at the limit.
Seppala looking to go off the dribble against Shaftanar. Easy foul call.
Really, Shaftanar was more of a key player at the last EuroBasket for the Dutch in 2015 when he averaged 8.2 points, 4 rebounds. A role player here, the 34-year-old. Finland scored 26 in the first, 22 in the second, 28 in the third, just 8 here in the fourth. Taking their foot off the gas a bit. De Jong will go to the line to try and hit 20 on his final appearance. Listen to the noise from these Finnish fans, getting right behind their team, roaring them on to Berlin, showing their appreciation. And Petteri Koppanen with the applause back. It may well be Koppanen's swan song in a national team jersey.
Well, you can assume that some of these fans will carry on to Berlin, but many will not. So those who, perhaps are getting the last chance to watch Koponen, of course, a Finnish legend on the basketball level. Played for FC Barcelona and a number of other great clubs. As De Jong doesn't want to see it.
De Jong going up, fouled by Madsen. De Jong wanted to put the exclamation mark on his big stat line on his final appearance.
A nice strip, and then Madsen tried to get the chase down block and called for the foul. You see the strip here from De Jong for his third steal.
De Jong having just split a pair at the line on 19 points. He's also got 4 rebounds, 3 offensive rebounds, 3 steals and a block. He's done it on offense and on defense, not just here this afternoon, but for the majority of his career. Not just the finals MVP in the Belgian-Dutch league last season, but the defensive player of the year, the Dutch player of the year. And now on 20 in this game. Make it 21 for De Jong. And a 21-point deficit for the Dutch. 2 minutes to play. Finland pass out of the press. Here's Huff, 14 points for Huff. Palmi, one of those 2 players yet to hit a 3. Little the other. Little looking back out. Koponen steps in, hangs it up. Madsen just tried to tip it to the corner. Wasn't ready for the alley-oop.
Yeah, play getting a little bit sloppy here down the stretch. For Finland, like you said, just 8 points so far.
Part of the process when you bring role players off the bench, the long minutes at the end, protecting key players ahead of the knockout ties. Down the floor, Madsen from Palmi.
Oh!
The forces with Finland on course to Berlin. That is the exclamation mark from Madsen. And he grabs the rebound as well as they look down the floor in transition once more. De Jong holds up Palmi. Only 10 points in the quarter, that one worth the wait. Koponen misses the 3. Final minute. The majority of the Finland fans and the Dutch fans on their feet here in Prague for the final seconds of the group stage as Kloof gets through for the score.
Well, here's the little ovation we're going to have for Wouter de Jong as Van der Verse Vries will replace him. But before that, check out this highlight, the Finnish finish. The ferocious facial. Madsen with the left hand too, right over de Jong.
De Jong remains on the court.
Well, they want to commit a foul so that he can come out of the game.
Free throws for Finland. And De Jong will get a standing ovation from the Dutch bench. Passes the torch to the 20-year-old point guard Van der Verse Vries. Gets a hug from his coach as well. The swan song for De Jong, 21 points on his final 5-on-5 appearance.
Well, it's been a great career for Wouter de Jong. Obviously, been part of a team that in qualifiers has beaten teams like Turkey. He's beaten teams like Spain in European qualifiers. And he's been on hand for pretty much all of those games.
Well, he ranks first for the team in rebounds, offensive rebounds and steals, second in points, assists and blocks in that World Cup qualifying campaign. He's been their standout star here and for many years. 9-second differential at the end of the game. Finland set to go through to the knockout stages at 3-2. Let's take a look at that exclamation point dunk one more time from Madsen.
Again, I just like it. The finish.
De Jong did not want to go out on a poster from Madsen.
Or he was trying to time it, like almost daring him, like, okay, you're going to try to dunk this, and he elevated and took the L on that one.
They haven't hit that 53, Finland, after 14 over the first 3 quarters. But it's a big win nonetheless. By 21 points, they will dribble it out. And Finland full force forward towards the knockout bracket in Berlin. 14 threes and a 21-point win. Finland 88, Netherlands 67 behind the 22 points of Lauri Markkanen. And De Jong 21 points on his final appearance. It was a physical confrontation, but it's all sporting at the finish. Veterans showing appreciation for one another. Markkanen stealing the spotlight again. And youngsters stepping up for both teams.
You see the shooting numbers. Finland cooling off. It's still finishing 48% from the field, 39% from 3, knocking down 14 of those. And there's going to be a little celebration here as Worthy De Jong honored with the game ball.
One of the best to ever pull on the orange jersey. And he's hearing it from the Finland fans as well. Great appreciation all around here in Prague for the 34-year-old Worthy De Jong, the captain, who goes out with the game ball. And De Jong still hearing it as we take a look at some of the action from another impressive win from Finland, another impressive performance from Lauri Markkanen and some of their youngsters like Edon Maksuni. And I don't think Lassi Toivi could have hoped for a better preparation for getting on a plane to Germany, other than a fairly comfortable win and everybody knocking down shots.
Yeah, great team performance. Of course, Lauri Markkanen, 22 points, but he also had a lot of help. Sean Huff with 14. The number of players scoring multiple field goals. Everybody feeling good going into the next round. Obviously, they'll be waiting for their opponent out of Group C. And the Ukraine at the moment with a 4-point lead on Croatia. So obviously a lot of movement still to happen in those standings as well as the ones here as you continue to check out some of the highlights of this particular game.
And what it means now is they've done their part of the equation to try and avoid Greece and Giannis in the last 16, Finland. And that will be the case if Serbia remain unbeaten and beat Poland for top spot later. Finland will face one of the other teams from Group C. Fantastic scenes in the arena right now as we see the game highlights. Finland players showing their appreciation for the thousands who've travelled to roar them on. And I'm sure the Wolfpack will howl again in Berlin.
Well, these fans, I'm sure they will go to Germany, continue to support their team. And you never know what could happen. Right now, they're in the round of 16, but they want to go as far as possible in this EuroBasket 2022.
So well supported here in Prague, and they have rewarded their fans with 3 impressive victories and some of the best highlights I think we've seen at this arena. Madsen getting in on the act, but 3 of the best dunks here in Group D coming from Lauri Markkanen, who's produced 3 of the best performances. In this one, he only played 18 minutes, but had 22 points. De Jong just behind him, a little tear in his eye as the O2 Arena in Prague shows their appreciation to one of the greats in the Dutch jersey. 21 for him and his final appearance for the national team. 88-67 the score for Finland. Czech Republic against Israel is a winner-takes-all matchup to come next. Here in Prague, a huge crowd in the capital expected for that one. If the Czechs win it, they will knock Israel out of the top four. If Israel win it, they will keep their place and that one remaining ticket to Berlin. And this was really entertaining, and once again, really impressive from Finland, who will look now to Group C to see which team they pair up with in the last 16. It's been great having your company for it. We'll see you next time.